Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I'll be looking out for the mischievous Danny Carvajal, because I think he brings a lovely balance down the flanks, and he's capable of going both ways. He's added that extra element as well of intelligence, where he's better at deciding when to go and when to stay. And he's...
Oh, greatly! Crossbar comes to the rescue, and it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Gol marcado para o Brasil. Aos 6 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 10, Neymar.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Bellingham. Neymar. Alexandro. Neymar. Valverde. Can he spark a counter here? And he's worked it through. That's the keeper's ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Brazil leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Played out towards the right wing. It's run loose, who's going to get there? And it's Guimaraes. Tries to pass it through. Alaba clears without hesitation. Rafinha. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Garcia. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Ibanez. Brazil already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And it's Guimaraes. Goes for goal! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Bruno Guimaraes really might have let his reputation get the better of him then. Yes, you can spank one from there, but there are other options, you know.
Asensio. Bellingham. Mastantuono. That's been cut out, well played. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. get away here? Valverde. It's Bellingham. Alaba. Carreras. Asensio. And it's Carvajal. Mastantuono. And he's managed to get free. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Asensio. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pinches it off him. Carreras finding himself in space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Short changes him with that pass.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Alaba. It's not an especially good pass, that. It's Bellingham. He's a sharp little ball here. Eva Nilsson.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now that looks a decent ball. Could move up a gear here. He's got away.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Another chance from a corner. Mastantuono goes short. Threads one in. Space for him to turn and look. And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Brazil leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Brazil have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. That gets us going once more.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Shot, chance to shoot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Madrid given another corner. Weverton claims comfortable. And now they can spring out of defence. Carreras. Alaba. Aims beyond the defence. Neymar. Brazil are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Knocks it into space. Ederson is onto this. Tries to play it through. Alexandro picks it up out wide. And this is Neymar. Oh, well played. Bellingham. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Carvajal makes the interception. Valverde.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that has left him in a heap. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. No, it's come to nothing. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Bruno Guimaraes. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
No time do Brasil. Camisa 16.
Alaba with the short one.
Camisa 11. Camisa 20.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 9.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Half an hour gone in the second half. Tries one from range! And that could have brought them level.
I don't think he can quite believe he didn't capitalise on that. He clearly fancied his chances.
Bruno Guimaraes, nicely weighted ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Asensio. And it's Alaba. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Oh, super find. Valverde. Ederson with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Substituição.
Brazil, moments now away from seeing this one out.
Madrid really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Alaba. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Can he get onto this? And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Substituição em andamento.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. No, that's been intercepted. Looking for the run. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Neymar taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it may be smiles all round, Peter, but it's a game that's given the boss some food for thought. Good result, yes, but they really could have done with making life easier. All it would have needed was just to take another chance or two.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, the goalkeeper, Wojciech Szczesny, Peter. He's got incredible reflexes, and that makes him one of the best shot stoppers around. He's also very comfortable when he's under the high ball or coming out for crosses. And having someone like that just easing the pressure on that defence can spread confidence very quickly.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly had... Pedri! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. Oyarzabal. Szczesny gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Balde. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Rodri. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Spain are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Williams. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it out wide. Llorente. Lovely bit of skill. Fabian Ruiz. Bernal. And Balde. And he's being shifted off it. That's a shade optimistic. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Rashford. Bernal. That is a great pick out. He has found the way through. Shot a goal! Goal! Barcelona! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed, and you don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Yamal. Well, they've got it again. There's the crossfield ball. Pass somewhat off target. Threads one in, and he's worked it through. Ferran Torres. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Oyarzabal, and he's found... And the shot! And that's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Eric Garcia. Kubasi. Now it's Yamal. Looking for the run. Llorente wants to run onto this, and that is expertly dealt with. Ferran Torres. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Gavi. Valde. Rodri. Spread it left. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he thumps it clear. So a temporary halt to the action. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. To look back on the first 45 minutes.
Spain will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remain calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Barcelona get the second half started.
Spain clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just...
Oh, he's been caught on it here! And a chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Dani Olmo gets it clear. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Oh, he's been caught napping! Eric Garcia. Aims beyond the defence. That's the keeper's ball. Rashford. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Gavi. And here's Yamal. Good play on the left-hand side here. He's got away. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Bernal. And it's Olmo. Tries to thread one through. Yamal finding himself in space. Bernal clears it away. Oh, it's come loose. And it's Grimaldo. Gavi gets across to intercept that. Dani Olmo. Now it's Ferran Torres. Pedri. And that's a dangerous... Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Two fresh faces and both in the front line.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Big chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 19.
So a bit of a revolving door here.
El dorsal 5.
Lots and lots of changes.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10, el dorsal 12.
Balde. And the shot! And Szczęsny pulls off a sensational save. Corner number 3 coming up.
Spain really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Rashford does really well there, he is strong. Eric Garcia. Pedri, that has been slung wide. Tries to pass it through. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
It's a Spain free kick.
And it's no surprise to see who's taking responsibility here.
And he's taking no chances there. Corner number 4 coming up here. Pedri gets flagged offside. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And that should get the job done.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Habrá 5 minutos de descuento.
João Cancelo. And they're back on the ball again. Lewandowski. Raya claims comfortably. Grimaldo. Pedri is onto this. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that's that, the end. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Cualquier persona que presente evidentes signos de embriaguez podrá ser expulsada del estadio.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, we have a very exciting player here, Peter, in the shape of Ivica Kvaratskhelia. Someone who's shown amazing adaptability and versatility wherever he's gone. You often see him hugging that left touchline, and he just adores engaging fullbacks and taking them on, and he gets a thrill out of beating players. And this
great chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Fabian Ruiz picks it up from the goal kick. Goulet. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Valverde. It's Bellingham. Over to the right flank. Goulet wants to run onto this. Zaire Emery. Barcola. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Decent chance! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Zaire Emery. Madrid are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Barcola. He's got away. He's had it nicked away. And it's Valverde. Now it's Mbappe. And the shot's on here. Vinicius Junior! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
And we have our very first corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Valverde tries to pass it through. Thinks about... Can he finish? Madrid have their second corner now. Beraldo with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Good ball, good take. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's intervened well there. Vitinha. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Barcola. And it's Ruiz. Vitinha. And here's Dembele. Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Dembele.
Dembele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Steam chance for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And the shot! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Could be danger here. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, shooting chance! And again! And he's done it!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. He's on it, can he get away? And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. And that signals the end of the first period. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
I think the scoreline probably is a fair reflection of the first half. If there is perhaps one criticism I can make, it would be the wastefulness in front of goal. You really ought to be putting those chances away. They have to make up for that.
Madrid just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Madrid definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Good read, needed to be. That's good running with the ball. There's the crossfield ball. Now it's Kvaratskhelia.
Such good technique.
He is through here. Kvaratskhelia. Cross into the box. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's having a shot! That has been cut short. Still just a single goal between the sides. Camavinga. Carreras. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Valverde. Now it's Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be...
Real chance! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
El dorsal 7, el dorsal 10. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 16, el dorsal
Forwards
11.
and with intent.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And he's being shifted off it. Spread neatly. Arda Güler. Now this could take a shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Fabian Ruiz is there to clear. Shapes to shoot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Madrid get their fourth corner. And that should get the job. And he shoots! Worth a try, but not this time.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. That's Doué. Nice interception, well timed.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Rodrigo gets into a good position.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, what? And the shot! It's anyone's ball now. Vitinha. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. He's onside! Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Nicely weighted ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Stood up well to him there.
Madrid can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Oh, that's a key interception. Zaire Emery. Madrid, moments now away from seeing this one out. Now it's Doué, and he's managed to get free. Nuno Mendes. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, that's nice. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Madrid have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, I'm sure this wasn't in the game plan, the idea of defending a 1-0 lead, Peter, from before the break. But I suppose they were never really in danger, so there was no need to disengage the handbrake in the end.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. From either side of the channel, an international derby. The shores of England and France separated by a mere 21 miles of water, and their history so deeply intertwined. It is a sporting rivalry with depth. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we rise now for the English national anthem. Now that was impressive. We can only hope that this one will deliver, as it has so often in the past.
Yeah, and this one I see as a game between two sides who know each other all too well, and games between the two have been generally close. While there will be quite a bit of probing and prodding, I'm expecting this to be nice and tight.
So off we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Nicely spread. And he skips past his man. He's shifting through the gears here. Madueke is flagged offside. James. And it's Stones. Anderson. Distributed tidily. Madueke. He's picked his way through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Saliba. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. Always onto this. Oh, that's well spotted. James. Konsa. Bellingham. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And no surprise, that's a booking. And this is Kane. Bellingham. And the shot! Goal, England! Simplicity itself.
Kane really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
L'équipe d'Angleterre, après 18 minutes de jeu, par le numéro 9.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Oh, that is a nice touch.
France really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
O'Reilly. It's a promising position. He's in a great position here. Oh, super shapes to shoot! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. France faced with a real prospect of letting this slip. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Après 24 minutes de jeu.
And yes, it's him again. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's Bellingham. O'Reilly. And here's Bellingham. Olise. It's a good run down the right. Oh, super find. He's found some space. And this is Dembele. Anderson. Kane. That's a good ball out wide. That ball looks a good one. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And they're quick to get it back. Can he latch on to this? It's a pretty loose pass. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Stones. Now O'Reilly. Now it's Gordon.
Oh, great feat, that.
Now it's Bellingham. Chouameni. Dembele. Now, can they get him away? That is good alertness. Stones.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Played out to the left flank. Out for a throw. Bellingham does really well to win the ball there. Gordon, back towards the middle. Could move up a gear here.
Whatever happens, That's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And for the first half, that is that. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Chers spectateurs, nous allons procéder à l'annonce des numéros gagnants de la tombola. Si vous avez un billet, regardez bien l'écran. Et merci d'accueillir nos joueurs sur le terrain. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 11. Le numéro
Away
20,
we go again.
le numéro 10.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Bellingham.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Gordon.
England couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
France do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
And that's gone loose. Oh, what has happened? Gordon! And he's there to make the block. They've played it short. Drives it in. Terrific effort! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was
Le numéro
quite close.
14. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 13.
Cherki. Defending was strong and firm.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us some...
Oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Rice. France perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now this could be a chance. That has ended up in no man's land. That has been slung wide. Dembele really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Anderson. Now it's Madueke. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7. Le numéro 5. Alors
Anderson.
le numéro 25.
Oh, that's
Le
fabulous.
numéro 2. Changement en cours.
Rogers. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
So we have further activity on the bench here. Rashford to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
That is Conte. Brilliantly cut out. James. Saka. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Saka finding himself in space. Saka's delivery. Tchouaméni. Not the most accurate pass. Rashford. Knocks it into space. Great ball if he can get there. And the finish! And he's found the net! Right back in the game! Oh, One moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
France cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Thuram, and it's Conte.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Can he finish? And there's his goal. They have stolen level at the last. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Now it's Rashford. And he goes cross-field. He is through here.
Temps additionnel.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Looking for the run. He has found the way through. Looking for options for movement. They've won a corner.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
And he's taking no chances there.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. That's at the end. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, that really did fly by. It's one of these games where everything progresses at 100 miles per hour, and at the end of it, this is what you can sometimes get. There may have been no winner, but still a tremendous watch.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
so it's down to business here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I don't think you can beat Luke Shaw, Peter, when it comes to players coming good. Having suffered just about every setback imaginable, I'm delighted to see him finally fulfil his potential, especially on that attacking front.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And he's straight offside. Martinez, Mount, and Maguire. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Diallo in acres of space out wide. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Vitinha. That's a sharp pass. Oh, good spread. Pedro Neto. João Cancelo. Lisandro Martinez clears it away. What a throw in. Bruno Fernandes delivers. Lisandro Martinez with the clearance.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Dorgu. Now, can they get him away? Pedro Neto. That's tidy. And it's Neves. Vitinha. Look at the space here. Bruno Fernandes!
Bruno Fernandes really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
No, that's been intercepted. That's a good ball out wide. Tries to pass it through. Dorgu. Martinez. Shaw. Burmo. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Over to the right flank. Pedro Neto gets into a good position. Dorgu. And it's Mount. And it's Vitinha. Now this could be a chance. That is a brilliant interception. And he's gone looking for safety. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Mount. And Burmo. That's Mount. Tries to play it through. And he's in on... He's had a shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Número 13.
A first breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Nuno Mendes. Swung over. Pedro Neto has it out wide and in space.
Portugal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Great defending, strong and determined. And he's being shifted off it. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Dorgu. Menu. Ahmad. He's picked his way through. That's the keeper's ball. Bruno Fernandes. That's it, 45 minutes up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Portugal unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Looking to play him in, and Burmo picks it up out wide. Inacio did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Portugal come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Very nicely done. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Ball is over the line. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Número 5.
Mount. Portugal still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Looking for options for movement.
Portugal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
He's having a shot! Now, how often do you see that?
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
And it's Mount.
That's good play from him.
And he's managed to get free. It's a promising position. He's shifting through the gears here. Mazraoui puts them all in. And that should get the job done. Oh, good-looking ball. So what can they make of this? Well, that pass isn't the best. Opts for safety. Mazraoui. Now it's Mount. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Número 20. Vão dar os seus lugares.
Defending of the desperate variety. Yes, ended up in no man's land. Dorgu looking to add to his goal. Gonzalo Ramos. Good ball, good take. Now it's Gonzalo Guedes. Vitinha.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Maguire kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Vitinha. Vitinha goes for a shot! And a neat finish! There seemed no way back, but they are level. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Número 23.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Can he get it through? A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Martinez. Now Ugarte. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. João Felix.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de
And he welcomes it in. Oh, shooting chance! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Portugal found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in?
So that's it. It is all over. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Gonzalo Inacio taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined for stalemate.
Caros espectadores, bem-vindos a este jogo que opõe Portugal contra a Argentina. Vamos dar uma sessão calorosa aos nossos jogadores. São estes os jogadores que alinham de início nesta partida por Portugal. Número 7, Cristiano Ronaldo. Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação. Caros espectadores, podem encontrar recipientes para o lixo em todas as entradas para as bancadas. Obrigado. Vamos aplaudir a entrada em campo dos nossos jogadores. Substituição para Portugal. Número 17. Número 18. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 11, número 16. Substituição para Portugal. Número 8. Número 7. Cristiano Ronaldo. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 10. Número 9. Está a proceder-se a uma substituição. Vamos ter 3 minutos de compensação.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. Now that was impressive. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
Ryerson.
Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, this guy, Bruno Guimaraes, is going to be the man who I see as the one who brings balance to the team. I think when he's on the ball, yes, he can be a strong runner, but he's become a very central pivot now in making sure that he helps break lines going forward and denies line breaking for his defence. So he's become a big factor now in any team he functions in.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Rafinha knocks it out wide. Great vision. Lucas Paqueta picks it up out wide. Great ball. Chance, surely! He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Just one winner. Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
The goal scorer for Brazil after 11 minutes is number 11, Rafinha.
Norway finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Ødegaard. Eva Nielsen. Ryerson. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a promising position, and he's managed to get free.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Crossed into the box, and he can clear it away. Neymar.
Norway really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Gabriel. And Rafinha, distributed tidily. Now he's off and running. Bruno Guimaraes. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Lucas Paqueta providing an outlet on that flank. Not the most accurate pass. Lucas Paqueta. Ederson. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. Alexandro. Oh, there's a probing ball. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's a pretty loose pass. Now Ederson. Ibanez. And it's Paquetá. And here's Evan Nielsen.
Norway truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Ederson. This is a promising build-up. He's played it back. And it's Paquetá. Rafinha. He is through here! No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Ryerson. And no, that was never going to make it. Ederson. Now it's
There will
Neymar.
be 1 minute
No,
at
he
a
wasn't
time.
going to be fooled. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Now that is the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Please be made aware.
So that was the
smoking
first
is
half,
only
and we
permitted
will be
in
back with the
designated
second
areas
half
within
shortly.
these grounds.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
So off we go again.
Norway really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, he's bustling through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Alexandro. Solot. And it's Ødegaard. Ederson. He's in a great position here. That's a good ball out wide.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Ibanez. Marquinhos. And Gabriel. Norway still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Solot is firing after that one.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Very nicely done.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
The
Alexandro.
attendance for this match was 50,913.
Your impressions so far, Jim?
Norway are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening.
Rafinha! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Substitution for Norway. Number 7.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Coming on the field, number 11, number 21.
That's really well cleared. That'll be a throw-in. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Now that looks a decent ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And he shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Number 9.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Coming on the field is number 22.
It's loose, and again!
Substitutions taking place.
Now there's the clearance. And that is headed for the middle. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And he's in, and the shot! So close to drawing level.
Bob clearly knows that he let himself down there. He'd like another pop at that one, but that's not how it works.
Ederson. Marquinhos. Ederson. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Evan Nielsen. Ederson. Can he get on the end of this? Looking to play him in. Oh, super ball!
Norway really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
He's a sharp little ball here. Brazil clearly now in lead preservation mode. Rafinha. Now it's Evan Nielsen. Aimed beyond the defence. He's in, and the shot!
Brazil really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Pass somewhat off target. Looking for options for movement. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think it's one of these games where both have plenty to think about. I don't think it was by design the game ended this way. A listless loss and unconvincing win, depending on which perspective you want to look at it from.
Guest performers today.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Haaland! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Ederson. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I've always liked the very all-round capabilities of this fella, Bruno Guimaraes. He's strong, competitive, aggressive without the ball, but one of the better distributors when he's on it. He usually slots into a deep midfield role, linking up with the wide men and centre-backs, but he's just as effective when he gets further up the pitch to find something more telling.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
And a chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find the finish after that.
Marquinhos.
Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
That's lovely skill. Marquinhos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Rafinha, played out to the left flank.
Keeper's got good distance on that.
Distributed tidily. Ødegaard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Ibanez.
Ødegaard. Threads one in. Now it's Sorloth. Plays a sharp little ball here. Gabriel gets across to intercept that.
No goals as yet. Alexandro.
Now it's Evan Nielsen. Lucas Paqueta.
Gets a good foot in there.
Chance here to counter.
Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
Sorloth. Sorloth receives it in a good position here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on. Can he finish? And that is wildly off target.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
They get a throw in.
Now that's well seen too. Ederson. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rafinha. Now Ederson.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know.
Chance! Goal! Norway! And we have liftoff!
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Norway are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
And he was quick to react. And that brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps, the only things lacking. So your views on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Norway leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break.
Number 7.
Down to business
Coming
again.
on the field is
Norway
number 11.
definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Pinches it off him. Norway do have a chance to counter here. That is ended up in no man's land. Gabriel. Norway do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Lucas Paqueta, out towards the flank. Tries to pass it through. Delivered low.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Brazil clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Dink through. Rafinha. Nice bit of trickery. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Rafinha was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
And he has been fouled there. And he is going into that little black book.
Substitution for Norway. Number 9, Erling Haaland. Coming on to replace him is
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Ederson. Norway perhaps contemplating their next change here. Neymar. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score.
And no surprise, that's a booking.
substitutions taking place.
Marquinhos. Ibanez. Savinho. Can he get it through? Savinho in acres of space out wide. So we have further activity on the bench here.
Substitution.
Ryerson is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
He's dealt with that really well. Gabriel
Did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Now it's Savinho. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries a shot!
Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, that was a
There's a player in need of attention here.
Yeah, and I hope for his sake that it's cramped, meaning it'll be a quicker fix.
23,
Looks as though he's going to see if he
coming
can
on the
shake it
field
off.
Is number 21, substitution in progress.
And he's been shifted off it.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Defending was strong and firm.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Norway are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so.
Well, that is one way to stop him. In with the challenge. Shot at goal!
Now that is commitment to the cause.
Substitution for Norway, number 26.
Norway have their second corner now.
Coming on to replace him is
And that has been cleared.
number 20.
Joelinton wins the duel this time.
Norway clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Oh, sweet feet.
Norway nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Bruno Guimaraes. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Looking for options for movement.
Added minute has been indicated.
Martinelli shoots!
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Martinelli has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Four added minutes on the board.
Ederson. And it's Joelinton. Eva Nielsen. That's going wide left.
He is through here. Oh, shooting chance!
But he's left
And that's it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense.
The two sides separated by the game's only goal.
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, I'm sure this wasn't in the game plan, the idea of defending a 1-0 lead, Peter, from before the break. But I suppose they were never really in danger, so there was no need to disengage the handbrake in the end.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Please be made aware that smoking is only
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of
Hello,
a match that
everybody,
will
and
really
welcome
get the
to today's
juices flowing.
match.
I'm Peter
It's a
Drury,
beautiful
and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
And this is now today's lineup.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
So off we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, I think we can expect to see more than a few moments of individual brilliance with Neymar on the pitch, Peter. He's got such a silky touch, he can ghost past defenders, and he can pass and shoot with the very best. If you're looking for someone to take your breath away, this is the guy for me.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much.
Isak chasing after it. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to pass it through. And it's Frimpong.
Frimpong drives forward on the overlap. Mohamed Salah. Oh, that's nice. Shapes to shoot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And it's been hooked away. Gravenberg.
Mohamed Salah is wide and looking to get onto this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ah, good steal, he just read it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cleared away. Oh, what has happened here?
That has been knocked clear.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Liverpool have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
And they've been given a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Frimpong receives it in a good position here.
Somersley! Against the crossbar! There's the shot!
That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And he opts to go forward. Looking for a runner. And he's there to clear it. And here's Gakpo. Quality ball. Neymar. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he finish? Neymar. Now Arau. Lucas Verissimo. Now that looks a decent ball. Space for him to turn and look. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. It's gone out for a throw-in. Shot could be on. It's a sweeping cross. And he's opted for the long pass. He's had it taken off him. Gakpo. That's good vision.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
No outsmarting him this time. And here's Mohamed Salah. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Very nicely done. And that brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable.
Coming on the field.
And so the action is resumed.
Number 14.
Liverpool clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Liverpool do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Neymar. And he's being shifted off it. Threads one in. Mohamed Salah looking to receive it in space. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. No luck with that dink over the top. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Into the channel. Isaac! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Isaac really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
Corner number 2 then.
Isaac. Coming on to replace him is number 22, Ekitike.
And that has been cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Chiesa, and it's Soboslai. Driving through the middle. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Robertson, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Liverpool perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's had it nicked away.
Liverpool really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, played through for the wide man. He's being urged to shoot. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Knocks it into space. Chiesa wants to run onto this. That could spell trouble. Oh, great chance! Picked out brilliantly.
Extraordinarily, it is still goalless here. This was supposed to be a one-sided game.
Chance here to counter. Liverpool needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending.
He's going for goal! No, just not quite.
Well, he doesn't have hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
Number 8.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's well spotted. Endo. That's fierce. Mohamed Salah picks it up out wide. That is lovely. And it's made its way to him. Not a hint of offside here. Chance to shoot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
Number 30.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next.
Coming on the field.
The action has already restarted.
Number 6.
Mohamed Salah.
Substitutions taking place.
Oh, such a clever touch. And he gets rid in a hurry. Throw in. Great ball, and he's in here. Lucas Verissimo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's shifting through the gears here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Arau.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
He's picked his way through. He has a shoots! And the ball's come loose here. And that is an energetic end to the first period of extra time.
Traffic to be heavy after the final whistle.
Halfway through extra time, and still we are deadlocked. Is it time for a hero to step up and to grab the headlines here?
And so the last chance to find a winner. Here we go then for the last time. The score still 0-0.
Stood up well to him there. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Arau.
Gets a good foot in there.
Looking to play him in, so no flag here. He's got away. It's Salah! And it's hit the woodwork and out. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
Well, in the end, nothing might have come of it, but nothing wrong with the running involved. Something the defence need to wake up to, I think.
Looking for options for movement. And he's in on... And the shot! Oh, he's done it! Oh, is this it? Have they won it? And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Liverpool have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now. Liverpool nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Endo just eases him off the ball. Tries to play it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, great chance! And no mistake. And there's the goal they've been looking for. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
And that's that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Mohamed Salah taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning